All right. Good afternoon. We're here at Mobile Area Water and Sewer System to have our pre-bid meeting for easement vegetation maintenance. And we're live streaming this pre-bid meeting, so we need to know that you're out there. Turn your volume off. So if you could shoot us a message that you're watching, I'll put your name on the sign-in sheet and we'll act like you're here. I haven't got it pulled up yet.
Calvin Benjamin says hello.
Calvin Benjamin, does he need to be listed? What company are you with, Calvin? Oh, there's a delay between the time you ask your questions and the time that you can hear us reply. I think it's like 15-second delay, something like that.
Yeah, 10.
So be patient while we get your questions and we give you your answers. All right, we got Calvin Benjamin, Eddie Shavers. This is he will be the contract administrator over this job. I'm Lisa Russell, the purchasing agent. And this is my supervisor, Van Shepard. So we're going to list all these names as having
Roger Lapointe with Invasive
Roger Lapointe.
is watching.
That's it's his daughter-in-law I was looking for. All right, we got Roger Lapointe, and that's Invasive Management. We still need the company name for Calvin Benjamin.
You might not have maybe the right flash players installed on your phone.
Okay.
Benjamin Enterprises.
Benjamin.
That's who with Calvin Benjamin.
Okay.
With.
Benjamin Enterprises. And if you're watching and you can't get a message to us, you can call me. There goes my phone. Hold on just a minute. This is Lisa.
Lisa, this is Philip Will with All Plastics.
Yes. I'm in the middle of a bid opening. Can I call you back?
You bet. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. All right. I was thinking that might be somebody who was having trouble watching or asking questions.
We have Chad Bingston with Coastal
Chad
Exposures.
Chad Hansen.
No, it says his name is Bingston.
Oh, Bingston.
Bengtson. With
All right.
Coastal Exposures.
Coastal Exposures. You know him? Eddie? Okay. Thank you, Chad. We got you in there under Coastal Exposures.
Robert Robinson with Landscaping and Trees.
Hi,
With
Mr. Robinson. Okay, Robert Robinson. I talked to your daughter yesterday, Pat. I love her.
I went off. Oh,
All right, Robinson Landscape. Anyone else watching? I guess we can go ahead and get started since Van is manning the comments coming in, and we can add you to the list as you log in. And I'll go ahead and get us started with the things that we usually go over when we talk about this contract. This is a one-year contract with the option to renew for 2 additional one-year periods. The contract period will begin September 1st of 2020 and go through August 31st of 2021. That's the first year, and then you have the option to renew for 2 additional one-year periods. This bid has our DBE policy 1701 attached to it, so everybody that I mailed a bid to, I also sent a copy of that board policy 1701. And what this policy wants you to do is try to subcontract 15% of your total contract to a DBE company. DBE is Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, and it's MAW's goal to grow these small companies in Mobile and bring them up. So we even want our DBE vendors to subcontract to DBEs. So if you're qualified as a disadvantaged business, even your company has to look for a DBE to subcontract 15% of this contract to. So when you put in your bid submittal, be sure to return a letter of good faith that you reached out to some disadvantaged businesses. And you'll find that on page 19, we have a little questionnaire. Did you do it? And did you attach? So you won't miss out on any of the documents that you need to submit with this bid. We also have the DBE subcontracting plan on page 20. That one has to be filled out and completed. If there's a blank on that page, fill it in with something. There's a question at the top about the percentage of the total that you're going to give to your DBE subcontractor. Make sure you put a percent in that box. And the next box, we're asking you for a dollar amount. So be sure you put a dollar amount. The next one, the total amount for this whole contract is also a dollar amount. So don't mix up your percents and your dollars. We've had that happen, and it'll mess up your bid submittal. It has to be signed on the bottom. The back is your company's information, contact information, and such as that, emergency contacts. Again, this is a bid for easement vegetation maintenance. So this is only going to be on our easement properties. This isn't like our regular lawn mowing, landscaping bid. All right, Eddie, I guess you can take it from here. I gave them what they need to submit. Oh, and their price sheet, I'm sorry, the price sheet, let's find that, is on page 4. Be sure you send that in.
I'm sure we have some newcomers, so I'm gonna explain what our easement right-of-ways consist of. Right-of-ways easement is sewer right-of-ways that are, some are 15 foot, some are 50 foot, and up and down. They tank some of our right-of-ways, can be cut with machines. We have a whole lot of them that have swampy areas on them that have to be cut. I have over 50 some maps. I have some here that tains I give you 3 mile 3. 3 mile 3 have like 8,000 and some footage on it. So they go 8,000, some of them 20,000 foot, some of them 10,000, some of them 7,000. And it goes all through neighborhoods, through swamps, to wooded areas. You wouldn't believe the places that they run through. Some you have to walk to. Some you can drive a machine down to. Like I said, a lot of them is going through our customers' yard, backyard, front yard. 80–90% of them is going through the woods, which contains a lot of snakes and swampy areas. We have some water that does the same thing. Some of our force main lines, probably the same, have a lot of water on them. They're wide, they're 10-foot wide, some of them is 30-foot wide. We've been doing this for some years now, but we can't never get caught up because of the way these lines grow. They grow so fast, even when it rains, it's worse. But without rain, it's just as worse because of being in swampy areas and wet areas and moist areas. We've been trying to stay on top of it, but it's so hard to do that based on how much of this stuff that we have and where it's at. In the past, these maps that I give to the contractor to cut by, we're gonna do things a little different this time, where you're gonna have to keep up with the footage that you cut, even though the footage is on these maps. But some of our areas on these maps have been changed, where we've learned that we go to these places, we've been going for years, and we've been cutting it for years, but somebody done went in and built a house or built apartments or built a road. So we hadn't had time to take those areas off our maps. So you would have to keep up with what you cut. I'm also gonna have a man in the field to keep up with what you cut. So that's just something that whoever get the contract, we would sit down and go over this stuff. And also, I'm looking, the contractor to get this contract, I'm hoping that, and I wish that we can work Monday through Friday, basically Monday through Thursday, but Monday through Friday. I work Monday through Thursday, 10 hours a day. I need this contractor to be in place early as 6 o'clock in the morning to at least 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. And the reason because of all these changes, because we're trying to get more did, and I need to get more did while I'm here based on customer complaints. We get so many customer complaints with people contractors being in the woods, cutting the easement, going through their yard, and just all kinds of problems. So we're trying to get a handle on that where we won't get so many complaints. I have had contractors to get a lot of complaints, also have contractors to get sued, cutting stuff that shouldn't have been cut, leaving stuff, or messing up yards. So we're gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna take a hard look at this go round with our contractors, and also we're gonna be doing more cutting too in swampy area. I have, malls have contractors that do manhole rehab, lining. We got so many contractors out there that's doing so much work right now that when they do that, they'll send me maps that they need this cut before they can line this and before they can rehab this line. And it's kind of throwing us off because I only have like 8 men. And so with this contractor right here, we're going to kind of have you kind of bouncing back here and there. So that's the reason I need you to really be dedicated to us. If you get this contract, I really need you to be dedicated to us, because I need to use you to take care of more of our wet spots and our emergency response to some of our contractors that need to start work rehabbing manholes and different stuff like that. But like I say, we got a lot of lines. We got a lot of lines that you wouldn't believe that run through some bad areas. We have had some spraying dead on some of them, but basically in the wet areas, you can't do a lot of spraying in the wet areas like we would love to see. So it's gonna be a little different this go round. I noticed that we have a lot of areas that really done took on a lot of water, a lot of swamp area, creeks area, and we run across a lot of creeks. And with cutting this stuff, you can't clog the creeks up and stuff like this. So whoever gets this contract, I really hope and pray that y'all dedicated to us. You really need some manpower, not just machine, because a lot of the the areas that we have, you cannot take machines in them, period, because they'll fall slap out of sight. That's just how bad some of our lines is. I'm sure we got some newcomers on it that never been out there on it, but I'm sure we got some that's been with us and have done this, and they can tell you that it's really nothing to play with. It's very hot in the woods. It's very, snakes are very bad. Water mops, rattlesnakes. We run across this stuff every day. And like I say, a lot of, it have to be done by hand. We use trimmers with blades on them. And everything here is kind of going in a different direction. So we need they need our lines to be cleared a little better than what we've been doing. We have took on some new lines, which is not bad, but is bad. But overall, like I say, it's a job that it takes some manpower. It's hot. It ain't always machines, so don't think that it's just going out taking machine. I have 3 positive tracks with tracks on them, and I have areas that I can't even take them in because they'll fall all out of sight. So it's a big job. It's a hot job. It can be a dangerous job. It's a study job. Like I say, you run across good areas, you run across bad areas. It's just part of it. So I wish y'all the best, and I look forward to working with whoever get this contract. And thank y'all.
I've got a couple of things to add. If you're just joining us, please be sure to text us, send us a comment, let us know who you are and what company you're with. Since this is a mandatory pre-bid, if we don't know you're here, you won't be on the list. If your bid should be over $50,000, we're going to require a right-of-way maintenance contractor's license from you. So be sure if your bid is over $50,000 that you have that right-of-way maintenance contract. That license, I'm sorry. Also, we'd like for your employees to be identifiable, that they work for your company, so everybody should have a uniform of some sort stating the name of your company. If anybody should ask you who you are and what you're doing, we want you to answer them. Those are probably our customers, and you might be near their property, and we need you to give them the answers they're asking for. Other than that, I'm not seeing anything that's different than the last time we bid this. So again, let us know you're here, and if you've got questions, please submit them. Now's the time. Oh, if you're going through a gated area, we have some of our easements have locks on the fence. If you go inside that fence and you open that gate, be sure and close it back, even if you're in there working and you know you're coming back out, because we don't know who goes in behind you. We got the kids on ATVs that go in, and if you don't lock that gate behind you, you're not going to know who got in behind you. So lock it up, and then when you leave, lock it back again. Can you think of anything?
Also, I left out the most important part of this is that a lot of time we have had our contractors to be mowing the grass or cutting with machines and hit the manhole. If you hit a manhole,
Shannon McCoy's asking.
if you hit a manhole,
want to text to, so just tell
10 out of 10, everything that's on the top of that
She's the one we're supposed to be
manhole,
watching for.
it's gonna fall down in the line and stop the line up, and it's gonna cause a sewer spill. We have had this to happen a lot, and that's something that you're gonna be responsible for, that sewer spill, because once you hit it, all the concrete and everything goes in the bottom of the manhole, and it stops the line up, and the line start building up, then we got a sewer spill. And that is something that I don't think you want to happen. That would eat your pocket up right there. So that's something that's very important, and a lot of manholes are some of them is 5 foot tall, some of them is 3 foot tall, some of them is 2 foot, and some of them is only like an inch. They hid, and once this stuff grows, it hides our manhole. And so we have had a lot of contractors get in a lot of trouble for that. So that's something that's very, very important. And you can do it. You can hit them before you know, if you don't have somebody spotting you. The maps have the manholes where they are located, where they are at on the line. And so that's just something to think about. And like I say, that's something that's very important right there. And also, customers' yard is very important. I have seen contractors that had to go in and refix the whole yard, plant flowers back, and spent thousands and thousands of dollars. They are our customers, and we have to protect our customers. So when you're thinking about this contract, think about our customers, because you're going to have a lot of dealing with a lot of our customers, going through a lot of area all over Mobile County. We have lines from thousands and thousands of miles that you wouldn't believe, that goes from the south, the east, the west, and the north. And like I said, a lot of them is got something to do with a customer somewhere, and a customer property or land. Thank you.
Shannon LaPointe, we have your question that you want the phone number to text into. There's no phone number. I'm not,
Just type your questions and I can read them on air and we can answer them for you. So,
okay.
and with that being said, if anybody else has any other questions, just go ahead and type them in your comment box, and then I can read them out loud on air, and then we can answer them all for you.
I have a file of Eddie's maps. If anybody would like some copies of his maps, if he would just shoot me an email at lrussell@moz.com, I can reply. I can't be sure that the maps are going to be just the easements that are going to be under this contract. It might be all of Eddie's areas. I'm not real sure, but it's his
we have
maps.
some new ones.
You got some new ones?
Yeah.
Well,
New
these were from 2017 or 18.
16, 17, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So, and it might help anyway. You see what the lay of the land looks like if you'd like those. My email address is in the top left-hand corner of your bid document. I'll be glad to send you that file. Anything from Shannon? No questions? I'm worried about her now that she needed a number. Has anybody else joined us that we need to put on the list?
No,
Okay.
no new joinees, and
All right.
no comments or questions as of right now. But obviously, there's a little bit of a delay, so we'll give them some time. And if they're like me, they might type slow. So
Yeah.
Sound like pretty well all of them might
Yeah.
be.
I didn't see one from Bo. Here's
Yeah,
here's the list.
Yeah, it's probably pretty well.
So I sent this bid to 15 different companies, and it sounds like we only have 2 companies watching, 2 or 3 watching.
4.
4, very good.
Okay.
Okay, we're coming along. All right.
All right.
All right, if you didn't get your question in, you can still email it as long as your name is on our mandatory sign-in sheet.
Shannon didn't have any questions.
Okay, all right, Shannon.
And I can't. You can take my number down if you got a few questions for me.
Yeah,
I don't mind answering.
it's on the cover sheet.
It's on the cover sheet. Okay, just give me a call, and I'll be glad to give you some more information on this good old work.
All right. y'all sharpen your pencils and put in a good bid, and we'll see you. The closing date for this is July 1st at 10:30 in the morning. We'll begin live streaming at 10:45. That gives us time to get the bids out of the bid box at 10:30, and we'll start airing at 10:45. All right, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And yes,
Oh,
Robert,
yes.
we did put you on the sign-in sheet.
Oh,
so-
Mr. Robinson, yes,
Yes.
you're on there. All
Maybe
right.
let them know about the new bid box.
Excuse me?
Did you
Oh,
talk
the,
about
the new bid box, if you bring your bid in, we've got signs up that you're not coming in, you can't come in. So we have a bid box, it's really just an old blue mailbox outside our guard shack across the street on Shelton Beach Road. So if you're hand delivering your bid, you can drop it in that mailbox outside the guard shack at 1610 Shelton Beach Road Extension. And that's right across the street from the operations center here, across from the Stickney Water Treatment Plant.
Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
Calvin wants to know if we can release the bid amount for the last year bid packet.
Yes.
Or the year prior to that.
Calvin, if you'll shoot me an email, again, my email address is up in the top left-hand corner of your bid document, and request the previous bid tabulation sheet. I'll be glad to send that to you, or anybody who wants a copy of it. Good. Any other questions?
None so far,
Good.
but we'll give it maybe 30 seconds to
Okay.
give them some
Oh, yeah,
time.
we're on a delayed response. All right. Oh, I can hear myself talking. Hmm. I know the last time this was bid, we only had 2 bidders.
So we got 2 new ones on there?
2 new ones, yeah. Let me see the list. Calvin Benjamin of Benjamin Enterprises and Chad Bingston of Coastal Exposures.
Okay.
Yeah. And Shannon, her, that's still,
That's points.
Invasive.
Yeah.
what's that?
Good.
All right, anything
All right.
else?
No,
All
no.
right, it looks like the activity slowed down, so we're gonna log off here, and if there's any remaining questions, just shoot them to us via email and we'll get them answered for you.
Calvin wants to know, are there any problems with prior contractors for this particular bid?
For was what?
Maybe things that they've done wrong in the past that they shouldn't have done?
Oh, we all, no, they haven't, no, because they have had it for the last while. So the good thing about this is that once you get a contractor and you get used to them, they learn the system. It's so hard to learn if you're new. It takes you a while.
I think
You're
he's
gonna have
wondering
some problems.
what the contractor might be up against, like maybe dog bites
Oh, you're up
or,
against a whole lot.
or snake
Whole
bites.
lot. It's a whole
or-
lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody's dog out of their
Yeah,
yard.
It's a whole lot of responsibility.
There he is.
A whole lot of responsibility. When I say it's a whole lot, from dogs to gate to fences to scaring our neighbors, it's a whole lot of responsibility. Whole lot of it.
I can't think of anybody that got sued, though. I think that's one of his questions, because you said that
We had some issues
the
with.
manhole cover.
Yeah, we had some issues with manholes and plus with customers' yard for us. Even though the contract fixed the yard back, but he spent out a lot of money. We had some holly bushes cut
That's really the
down.
question he was asking, don't you
Stuff
think?
like that. Yeah,
That was really
we-
the question he was
yeah,
asking, don't you
it-
think?
It's a lot of
Yeah, I just think
What's
responsibility.
the potential problems we could run into?
Yeah, you can run into a lot of problems. Stuff that probably happened 3 years ago, so it's good to go through and take pictures or video or something before you start
That's a
cutting.
good idea.
That's the best way to do it. But you, like I say, you'll be amazed of where this stuff is located at. I've been doing this for 30 plus years, 34 plus years, and it never changes. That's even with customers. I don't care how many times they see us coming through cutting, it's always something. It's always something. And like I say, even with the city, with the county, it's something, always something we done. So it's a lot of responsibility. This contract it's a lot of responsibility, and not just with customers, even with employees, with contractors, employees. It's so dangerous in the swamps. We have had contractors, workers to fall out because it's so hot down in these swamps areas. And you gotta have good men. You gotta have a lot of men in order to get something done, and not to overwork them out there in the heat and all the walking. Because you walk, we walk in some lines. We'll go in 8 o'clock. You walk down in them, and the guys don't come out till like lunchtime, because it don't do no good to walk, because you walk so far, 2-3 miles in and out of the woods. So they just stay down in the woods, because we don't have a lot of roads and stuff that we can get to this stuff. We only have one way in and one way out. So it's a lot of responsibility, a lot of it. So if you got any more questions, just give me a call. I'll be glad to answer.
We don't have any more, so.
All right. Okay, well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you on July 1st when the bid closes. We'll be live streaming again at 10:45 that morning. All right, bye-bye.